Welcome to Restorative Yoga here at Junction Center. So let's begin. Find a quiet space in your house, hopefully with a relatively clean floor, and roll out your mat. If you like using bolsters or blankets, see what you can find to improvise. Everybody has a blanket, but you can use these cushions off of your sofa. For bolsters, an old tie works great as a strap. And let's go ahead and lie back, either with a roll down your spine or not, knees elevated or legs extended, whichever you prefer. And we'll settle in. Allow your shoulders to sink down towards the floor, releasing the muscles of the chest. And begin to scan the body, noticing anywhere that you are holding tension or tightness, anywhere that you find soreness or discomfort in the body. And begin to release. Relax the soles of the feet. Allow the feet to flop out to the sides, releasing the hip joints. Soften your belly. Relax the front of the throat, releasing those little finger-like muscles that wrap around the trachea to slide down the sides of your neck. Relax the area between the eyebrows, opening the space between the eyebrows, the third eye. Soften the area around your eyes. Relax the area around your mouth. Release your jaw. And then begin to release thoughts from the mind. Releasing fear, releasing anxiety, allowing the mind to become completely clear, completely blank. And begin to bring your attention to your breath. Observe the natural flow of the breath, feeling the sensation of the breath at the edges of the nostrils or in the space behind the navel. And then begin to deepen your breath. And we'll start to work with our three-part breathing practice. Breathing into the belly or the diaphragm, breathing into the rib cage, breathing into the chest. So you can use your hands if you'd like. You can bring one hand on your belly, one hand on the chest, and inhale first into the belly. Completely inflate the rib cage, and then fill the chest. Exhale from the belly first. Empty the ribs and chest together. And inhaling belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale belly first. Empty the ribs and chest together. And then continue at your own pace. 3-part inhales, 2-part exhales. Completely inflate the lungs with the inhales. Completely empty the lungs with the exhales. And those of you that are familiar with Ujjayi breathing or sound breath, you can begin to use your Ujjayi breathing. Long, steady, full inhales, completely inflating the lungs with each in-breath and completely emptying the lungs with each out-breath. let's release our three-part breathing. Coming to full inhales, complete exhales using Ujjayi breathing. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breathing, if not, you could just ignore that. But try to maintain awareness of the breath, filling the lungs with each inhale, emptying the lungs with each exhale. And we're going to get rid of our props. So if you're lying on a bolster or you have a roll under your spine, bend your knees, roll over onto your right side, clear your mat, and we'll come back onto our backs, and we'll begin our asana practice, posture practice. So lie back. If you need to keep your knees bent for your low back, you can do that, or extend your legs out onto the mat. We'll inhale the arms overhead, point your toes, extend through the fingertips, long stretch. And then spread your arms and your legs wide so the body's in the form of an X. Inhale, lengthen through right fingertips, left toes. Exhale back into the navel. And inhale, lengthen through left fingertips, right toes. And exhale back into the navel. And inhale, lengthen through all of your fingers and all of your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. And we're going to bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze in. And begin to rock your head from side to side. Noticing if you find tension in the sides of the neck or the back of the neck. And then let's rock from side to side on our back. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale back to center. Bring one hand on each knee and straighten your arms, straighten your elbows. Put a little bit of weight on the knees, pressing your sacrum into the mat. And we'll start to make little circles with the knees. Noticing if there's tension in the area around the sacrum, the sacroiliac joint. And let's let the circles get a little bigger. And a little bigger. Now we'll come into big, wide, sweeping circles. Breathing in, breathing out. And then let's hug the circle, the knees in toward the chest. Give ourselves a nice little squeeze. And we're going to make those same big circles in the opposite direction. Full inhales, complete exhales. And begin to spiral the circles in and in until we come back to little teeny tiny circles. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, let's release and bring our feet onto the mat, knees bent. And we'll come through our Padmasana prep series. So right ankle onto the left knee, take a full extension through the right heel. Some of us will stay here using our right hand to press the right knee away. If that's not interesting, let's pick up the left foot. Reach through with both hands. Get a hold of the back of the left thigh or perhaps the shin. Once you get a hold, roll your shoulders down to the floor, tuck your chin. Full extension through that right heel. Make sure there's no sensation in the right knee. And we'll draw the right ankle in as we gently move our knee away. Soft face, steady breathing. Inhale, release your left foot to the mat, keeping the right ankle on the knee. We're going to sweep our right arm straight out to the right, pressing palm and shoulder down. Reach out with your left hand and get a hold of your right foot. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, keeping the right shoulder on the floor, we'll let hips and legs roll out to the left. If your left leg doesn't make it to the floor, see if you can tuck your bolster or a blanket underneath it. And then we're going to use our left hand to press the right knee away. And breathing here. sure to stay out of your knee. If you feel this in the right knee, take a full extension through that right heel. And breathe. And inhale, back to center. Let's slide the right leg over the left, crossing our legs. If you're able to hook your toes behind the left ankle without sensation in the knees, you can do that or not. And we're going to shift our hips a few inches to the right. Keep that right arm out to the right, palm and shoulder pressing down. Take a long, steady inhale. And with the exhale, we'll let hips and legs roll out to the left. You can use your left hand on the right knee as a weight to encourage the knees to move toward the floor, but without letting the right shoulder pick up. We want to keep the navel up and in to protect the low back so we don't over twist in the low back. And then if it works, if your neck approves, you can roll to gaze over your right fingertips and breathing here. And with an inhale, let's roll back to center. Unwind. Both feet on the mat, knees bent. Shift your hips back to center and exhale, knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. And then let's release both feet back to the mat, knees bent, and we'll bring our left ankle onto the right knee. Full extension through the left heel. Use your left hand to gently press the left knee away. Again, stay here if this is interesting, or pick up the right foot, reach through, get a hold of the back of the right thigh or shin, and then shoulders all the way back down to the mat, chin tucked, and breathing here. Staying right where things are just nicely interesting. Inhale, release, right foot to the mat. Sweep your left arm straight out to the left, palm and shoulder pressing down. Reach out with your right hand, find your left foot. Deep inhale. Keeping that left shoulder on the floor, we're going to let hips and legs roll out to the right. So use your bolster underneath your right knee if that's what works for you, or you can bring your leg all the way to the floor. And then we'll use our right hand to press the left knee away. Inhale. Let's roll back to center. Slide the left leg over the right, cross your legs. Shift your hips a few inches to the left. And take a deep inhale, reach out through the top of the head. And with the exhale, we're going to let hips and legs roll out to the right again. This time you can use your right hand on the left knee as a weight, encouraging the knees to move toward the floor. Remember, the navel stays up and in. And if your neck approves, you can shift your head a little bit to the right, and then roll to gaze